Hello, good day. Yeah, once again, I'm back, and this time we're going to look at the square of numbers. Now, by square, it simply means multiplying a number by itself. Here in this class, we are going to look at a new way of finding a square of number by using what we term as the base method. So in this method, we are going to specify some steps that are necessary. Once those steps are followed, carefully, we'll be able to arrive at our answer. Before the board you can see, we see typically we're using 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So 1 times 10, 2 times 10, 3 times 10, so on and so forth. So that means we will be using base 10. Now we're using base 10 because we're going to look at numbers that range from 99 down to 1. So number that within this range, we're going to basically be using base 10. But number that is 100, between 100 and 999, our base will now be shifted to 100. Okay? Now, in using this approach and finding the square of number, there are steps like I mentioned earlier. We must have to follow those steps. And the step is that, one of the steps is that, given a number and they are asked to find its square, what you need to do, the first step is to arrange the number as tens and units. Okay? Now let's look at the board. For this time, we are given we're asked to find 12 square. 12 square, and we can arrange 12 in two ways. 12 we can see is 10 plus 2. That will give us 12. Then in another way we can also say 12 is 20 minus 8. So these are the two ways we can express it. Okay? Typically 12 square will give us 12 square will give us 144. So we've already know the answer beforehand. So we're going to see whether this approach will help us to do that. Like I said, the first step, given this, the first thing you do, you have to arrange the number as units and tens. Unit and tens. Okay? So one way is we can say 12 is 10 plus 2. Then another way we can also say it is 12 minus 8. So here we have on the tens, we have 10 here on the units digit, we have units position, we have 2. That's the first step you have to do here. Given the number, you have to arrange it in tens and units. Now having done that, the next step is that you identify the unit digits, and not just that, you multiply it by 2. Multiply it by what? 2. That 2 is constant. 2 times 2 here, so our unit digit is 2. 2 times 2, and that eventually gives 4. Okay, that is the second step. That is step 2. Then the next step, which is step 3, the result obtained is step 2. You add it to the tens digit here. So that becomes 10 plus 4, and eventually we obtain 14. Then having done that one, the next step, which is step 4, step 4 is that you look at the 10 digit, you go to your 10 digit, the number that multiply 10. What number will multiply 10 to give us 10 here is 1. Like I've said here, 1 times 10 is 10. So that number just simply means the face value the multiple face value of 10 in that position. Okay, so here we'll bring this result. We'll say this is 1 times 14. So we'll use that face value to multiply the result here, and that will eventually give us our 14. Then the next step, which is step 5. Step 5 says that you have to look at the unit digits. Pick the unit digits and find its square. So you square the unit digits. So our unit digit is 2. So this 2 square, which is 2 times 2, and that gives us what? 4. As you can see, here we say tens and units. The result on the unit digit is 4. The result on the tens digit is 14. So altogether will be 144. That becomes our answer. Okay? That is the result, 144. Okay? Alright. Then, this same thing, we will also use 20 minus 8 to see if we're going to get the same result. Here, we will make use of this. We have a 20 here, we have a minus 8. So this is the first step. The second step, which is step 2, is that we multiply the unit digit by 2. 2 times the unit digit, 2 times minus 8. That will give us minus 16. Okay, having done that, like I said, the step 3 is that this result here, you add it to the tens digits. So this becomes 20 plus minus 16. That will give us 20 minus 16. And our result becomes 4. 20 take away 16 becomes what? 4. Okay? Then our step 4 is that this result we obtain here, we look for the face value. What number multiply 10 here to give us 20? Okay, that is 2. Here we come, this will become 2 times the result, which is 4, and that will give us what? 8. Then we are almost done. The next step, that is step 5, is we look for the unit digits here and square it. Minus 8 all square, minus 8 times minus 8, and that gives us 64. Okay, 64. All right. Then we said tens and units. Our tens here is 8, and our unit is having 2 digits. So it means that here this will be the unit. Right, we put 4 here, and under the tens we shift this one here. Then becomes 6. So you add, it becomes 4. 8 plus 6, that gives us 14. So we see that our answer is almost the same. Okay, these are the way we can handle square of numbers. So we can easily use this approach to handle square of number. Like I said, the first thing you have to do, given this kind of question, is to see that the numbers are, first and foremost, you arrange the numbers so that they can be in tens and units. So you write tens and units and you express them. Okay? Then the next step is for you to look for the unit digits and multiply by 2. That is step 2. The result obtained in step 2, you add it to the tens digits. That becomes step 3. So the result obtained in step 3, you look for the face value, which number multiply the tens digits to make it the result there. You use that number to multiply the result in step 3 to give you step 4. So in your step 4, the next step is step 5, is for you to find the square of the unit digit. Take note, if the square of the unit digit is a single digit number, you don't have to worry. You write the unit digit there, the result, and write the those in the tens digit, that is the result in step 4, and that becomes your answer. But in case or eventually that the results obtained in trying to find the square of the unit digit now form a 2-digit number, what you usually do, you transfer the tens digit to the first digit in the previous answer and add it, while the unit digit is written down in that particular position. So this is how to find the square of number. In this video, I've given you the steps. In our next video on this, we are going to look at more examples. We're going to look at more examples based on if the numbers are more than 100 or from 100. So maybe we want to find the square root of 121, so on and so forth. That will be our next video. So for this, you follow the step by step and see how you can do that on your own. Please, what you help me do, let me subscribe, share to other platforms. Until I meet you in our next class. Have a nice time.